Good morning, afternoon, evening. Good time zone. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we have so much to go over in terms of NIKKE. Not today, but upcoming. Today we're going to be third time. No one's here to give me water. Let me do that myself for once. Okay, let's try that again. Today we are going to be finishing up Fatal Maid for the hard mode scene. What are we going to get? Who knows? We got a banging in the Bond story with Velvet, so we might get another one. Who knows? I kind of want a wholesome wholesome scene with the Maid for you girlies, but we'll see. Then that's not gonna last the whole entire stream, so we're also going to be going through Snow White Heavy Arms Bond story, because she is now Bond rank 10 after doing all the tickets, and I haven't looked at her Bond story yet. Aside from that, we might end up going into someone else's Bond story. We might do the Outpost hangout scenes, just filling out the normal time that we stream. Then for the patch notes, well, for context, I'm going to be gone from tomorrow to the next Wednesday, so we're not going to have 4 streams that we usually would have. During that time, NIKKE is going to be releasing a collab event for an IP that I keep forgetting the name of. What was it again? Was it Licorice? Licorice? It looks like licorice. Where is it? Licorice. It's Licorice. Okay. Licorice Recoil. So that collab's going to be coming out. Then chapters 43 and 44 are also going to be coming out. So despite being on a trip, I'm going to be blasting through those 2 chapters and saving the cutscenes for a stream, because each enemy is more or less a point towards the outpost level, and outpost level matters a lot when you're in the higher tier of the server you're in. Let's switch to this screen. I'm gonna be gone from Wednesday to Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we're not gonna have much. The Thursday and Friday that I'm back, unless someone drags me into something else, I'm probably going to be doing NIKKE, because we have a lot to catch up on once we're back. Because the update drops tomorrow/Thursday. So we have the whole entire collab event to go through. I just watered myself, Tima. What? I did. I'll do it again. I don't know why I have depressing music in the back. What? More? Fine. Hi, Seb. How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? Hopefully everyone's doing fine. Tired? You're always tired. Hello, Anther. Your Blueberry emoji. But gone from Wednesday to Wednesday, for the people who just joined. Ton of things coming in NIKKE. We're doing the Fatal Maid hard mode scene today, and Snow White Heavy Arms, the Bond story. We'll figure out what else we need to do. Then the collab event for Licorice Recoil is coming out with chapter 43-44, so a ton of NIKKE stuff to do once we're back. You bonked head on a cart. How? Were you like bent over? How does one bonk head on cart? permanently sleepy, but also unable to sleep. That's what being an insomniac is like. Yes. But yeah, in terms of schedule once we're back, unless I'm being dragged into something on Thursday or Friday of the week that I'm back, it might be back-to-back NIKKE streams because we have the collab event to go through, which that's gonna take a whole stream. We also have chapters 43 and 44 to go through, and that might become 2 different streams unless I go for 6 hours. Someone stuffed some stuffed on the bottom of the cart. So you were forced to bend over, is what you're saying. You have insomnia? I feel like half of the people who are usually in chat, if not more, has insomnia, including me. Like streamer like chat, I joined insomniacs apparently. It doesn't matter what time zone people are from, they're all insomniacs. Okay, let's clear out our inventory as we usually do at the start. We have a pilgrim mold today that can either go decent or horribly. I stay here until 5 AM, so yeah, you're considered a night owl. Your schedule's a bit flipped. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule for tomorrow. Okay, we lost that one. That's great. That's a great sign. Because last night I went to bed around like 7 AM. These days I was going to sleep at like 10 AM. I used to go to sleep at 7 AM. We lost both of those. And my body took that as a sign to wake up at 2 PM when I usually wake up at 6 PM. So the plan for today is finish up the stream, make sure everything's packed correctly, not lose my passport in the process, and actually sleep at a normal time. Because I need to wake up at like 8 or 9 AM just to make sure everything's ready to go. Leave for the airport around 11:30 to 12. Because going to the airport like 2 hours early is a good idea when you have to do all the check-in stuff. My flight's not until like 2 something. And the wild part is, the place I'm going to, Texas, is in the middle of the USA, right? So no matter where you're going from, it shouldn't take that long, relatively. I'm waking up at 9 AM to arrive there at basically 11 PM. It is bullshit. The USA is big. It's not that horribly big. Compared to going overseas, it shouldn't take that long. To be over on my side of the city. What do you mean waking up at 6 PM is why? On the weekend, like last weekend, I went to sleep at 2 PM and woke up at 10 PM. That was the worst it's been. That was only for one day, though. I think. Pretty sure. Okay, let's just clear up a few more dots and then we should be good to like the hard mode scene. What am I doing in here? I don't know why I clicked the outpost. You can't sleep for that long, gives you a headache. Ah, same. Here's the thing, if I sleep more than 5 to 6 hours, I wake up with a headache. Which means I wake up with a headache most of the time. Because my dumbass goes to sleep, wakes up at like a relatively okay time, then goes back to sleep after I check the time. So I can't blame anyone but myself for the headache. Hey, hard mode scene. Nighttime security. That I don't know if that's sus or wholesome or what. Today is the very last day we can do this event, by the way. It goes away in next reset, so it doesn't even matter if I say spoiler warning unless they're saving it for, like, YouTube content or something. A few days after the incident at the Maid Cafe. As usual, I return to my room after getting off work. Huh? The blanket on the bed is unnaturally raised. Is this shaped in a feminine way? I slowly approach and flip the blanket. Hi. What are you doing? Providing security. Indeed. This is what you call security. Yep. Velvet sits up, stretches and rubs her eyes. She must have been asleep until I arrived. It could be dangerous if someone snuck into your bed while you were gone. Like what you just did? Who would possibly do that? Besides you. Who knows? A ninja or something could sneak in. Did you meet Delta by any chance? Delta's usually in my ceiling. Oh, what's with that reaction? You need security too, Master. You're kind of a big shot, you know. I already have plenty of security, including the counters. Come now, there's a reason I'm an expert in my field. I'm perfect for the job. A former secret agent, and now a maid who has to stay by your side. Saying that, Velvet starts rolling around on my bed again. A maid who doesn't do housework, correction. Master, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since lunch. You're the one not making food. Isn't meal prep something a maid should do? It is? But I don't know how to cook. Didn't you say Coco taught you the basics of being a maid? If everyone could succeed just by learning, the world would be a better place. However, there's something else I'm much more confident in. Oh, hey you two. Thank you, Coco, for saving us from the sus. Hi. Hi, Coco. What's going on? I came to protect you. From her? Hey, it's Coco. Ah. Secret agents don't just conduct covert operations. They also have to protect their master from other agents. Is other agent here Velvet? Says who? Says Velvet. You really do exactly what you're taught, don't you? Koga stands guard at the door with a stern look on her face. Velvet grins at the sight and whispers to me. I'll let Koga handle the day shift. I'll be back for the night shift. Hey, yo! So, this is after the Bond story then. The Bond story happened between the event and that. Okay, we bang her again is the more of the story. Understood. Okay, we need some cleansing after that. Hey, yo. We need someone less sus. We bang her twice, probably more. So that's Fatal Maid. +2 to the body count. So Velvet's just wiped herself, more or less. Understood. Okay, I did start 2 of these. I'm gonna go back for the people who haven't seen them, because I don't think I did her stuff on stream, because it would have been like spoilery to the events that we were doing when she came out. But I'll be right back. I just noticed something crawling on my arm. I need to exterminate this thing. The house that I live in is relatively old, and it's made of wood, like wood foundation. We've always had an ant problem around these parts. We haven't had one in a while, but it's been raining recently, so they all come inside when it rains a lot. Pain. I feel like a lot of the houses around this area has had an ant infestation at one point or another. Even if you don't drop food on the floor, they just come in. One of the more annoying insects, in my opinion. Okay. Bonsai Snow Heavy Arms. This one technically it's spoiler territory, both for people who don't have her, as well as people who aren't caught up in the main story / Goddess Fall event. Because it ties into both. Late one night, while camping with Snow White. I open my eyes. Snow White? You're awake. My apologies. I must have woken you. That's okay. What are you up to? I'm getting ready to go somewhere briefly. Don't worry. I'll be right back. You have somewhere to go? Yes. If memory serves, it should be somewhere around here. I see. Don't worry about me. Go back to sleep. I'll head out once I finish inspecting my weapons and be right back. Alright. I lie back down again. And close my eyes. Sleep won't come. So I rise from where I'm lying. What is it? I can't sleep, so can I tag along? You want to come with me? You can say no if you want to. No, going with you might actually be better than going alone. It's going to be a grueling march. Can you keep up? You said you'd be back soon. What do you mean a grueling march? That won't be a problem. Alright. Then get ready. You move as soon as you're done. Got it. I follow Snow White and walk for a long time. And during that time, we kill countless raptures. Wait. I'll finish up and be right back. Snow White's weapons spray fire. Countless raptors follow to her new weapons. It isn't because they're in our way or we need to move more efficiently. No matter how far away they are, she kills every raptor in sight. All clear. Good job. She got every last one. Let's move. It's almost as if you're really mad. We'll take a short break here. Snow White sits on a nearby pile of rocks. It's been so long since it was just the two of us. It has. Your stamina has certainly improved. You've become more skilled at handling raptures, and your judgment has improved. You're not the same as when you were in distress last time. A lot has happened since then. The last time we were with Snow White alone, I believe, is normal Snow White's Bond story, and that happens very early on in the story, when the commander is still fighting Chatterbox off from the Ark. I'm sure it has. We must have gone through a lot too. Looks like you've been through a lot as well. I can't believe how much you've changed. Right. A lot has happened. I lost my comrades again. I regained my lost memories. I have a new goal too. He also looked very angry. That's because I am angry. You seem a bit impatient too. Do I? So I'd like to hear from you. What's been going on? Why are you so angry? Do you want to know that? Or why do you want to know that? Because you're my comrade in arms. It's only natural to be curious about what your comrade's worried about, right? Comrade. The music cut out. Alright, I suppose I can tell you. What happened to Lilith? I feel like we did go through the first scene at some point. If I am remembering correctly, I didn't go through the other ones. You lurking for a bit? Thank you for the lurkies. Do what you need to do. It's fitting to do Snow White Heavy Arms Bond story right now because chapters 43-44, from what we can tell, the commander is heading to Eden after we got the message from Johan, and we're going to be meeting up with Snow White there. Where does the Bond story take place in, like, relevance to that? Probably after we meet her while we're traveling. Why are we alone with her? That's a different question that needs to be answered, though. Lilith. Snow White tells me of her old memories. About joining the Goddess Squad. About fighting with them. About losing Red Hood. And ultimately losing Lilywise. Her idol and friend. I just realized we're whiplashing from horny to depressing. The vents are also doing that, so I'm just following Shift Up's example, that's all it is. Cecil's analysis made it clear this time. They seem to have undergone 2 major mind switches, followed by several minor ones. Is it even possible for a person to have that many mind switches? It was for us. According to Cecil, the fact that I'm in this state even after undergoing 2 major mind switches is unusual. So he went through another one right after the first major mind switch. No. My first major mind switch came from Operation Arc Guardian. After that, while sealing the Ark and going through all sorts of things, I managed to recover some of my memories I had lost. So, Goddess Fall, we saw her first mind switch happen. The second one, what she's referring to right now, I believe, is the Ark. It's not Arc, it's Overzone. She does recover a bit in Overzone, then in the mini games she loses those memories again. Thanks to that, I was able to belatedly go say my last goodbyes to Lilith. And then the second one came after that. When Lilith lost her head. She lost her head. After completing our final mission as the Goddess Squad and saying goodbye to our squad mates, I wandered for a long time to figure out the direction of my life should take. Before embarking on a long journey, I went to see Lilith once more. And that's when I saw it. The Raptors has taken her head. People are speculating also that Libby's the one that took her head. Because in between Overzone and then sailing the Ark and being abandoned by humanity, they do try to live together for a bit before separating. The minigame from that event is probably showing what she went through in terms of Snow White. The ending, so there's multiple endings for that minigame. It's like a full-on RPG almost. Their minigames are never mini. You have multiple endings, and then the true ending, she goes back to Lilywise's coffin, and she finds out that her head's gone. It's like scribbled out with the black marker that we also see in the Goddess Fall event. And left her body lying there alone. What? Then the memories I finally regained slipped away again. It must have been because I was so weak. Nobody would be in their right mind after seeing something like that. You think so? You must have really liked her. Yes, I did. I admired her, respected her, and relied on her in so many ways. No wonder she was called the first and greatest NIKKE. She was stronger and more beautiful than anyone. Okay, the most beautiful in my heart is Cindy, but I do have to agree, Lilywise is built different. Literally and figuratively. So many people liked Lilith and relied on her strength. That's why she pushed herself to the very limit, without even letting those around her know what she was going through. Still, she must have trusted and relied on her squad mates. No, that was nothing but a burden. Even though I belonged to the God Squad, I was always flustered and couldn't even use a gun. Whenever a crisis arose, I would always call for Red Hood or Lilith. I was nothing but a weak child. Once I threw aside my childish weakness, I experienced a mind switch and completely forgot about Lilith. Scarlet made Lilith's coffin. Rapunzel laid her inside. And Dorothy laid flowers on the sleeping Lilith to bid her farewell. All that time, I couldn't remember anything. I didn't even think to look at her face. I simply stood, watched from afar. There's no way I was able to help in that state. Snow White. You asked me why I'm angry. I'm mad because I remembered what I was like back then. In the past, I wasn't able to help Lilith, nor watch over her in her final moments. I just erased my memories and ran. In the end, it was no different from what happened with Red Hood. Back then, you didn't have any other choice. I know. I know I did the best I could back then. Getting angry won't change the past. And holding on to this anger won't help me in the battles ahead. Don't worry. I won't get in the way of future missions. That's also why I'm making this trip tonight. Is that place connected to everyone from your past? Yes. It's the place I visited with Lilith and everyone else from back then. It's probably the White Flower Field. She traveled there alone during the end of Gospel event when she was talking to Cecil. She went there and realized the flowers have changed. She's probably going there again before departing. Judging by the surroundings, it must be close. So before we properly start our mission, I want to go see if it's still there. Okay, timeline revealed. This is after we get to Eden, meet up with Snow White, Cecil, and Johann. Probably get informed with what's happening. And before chapter 44 at least. I don't know about 43. Good call. We've talked for too long. I think we've rested enough. Let's move. Okay, now I'm blind in terms of what's happening. Light memories. Who's pinging me on Discord? Someone's having a crisis on Discord. Okay. We gotta keep an eye out on that one. We're here. It's that tree. I look in the direction Snow White is pointing. There stands a massive, beautiful tree. So many years has passed. Yet this place remains unchanged. Is this the place you're looking for? If my memory is correct, then it should be here. What is? Snow White approaches the tree. Wait, it's not the flower. It's the coffin. She starts digging in the ground. Want some help? No, I can do this by myself. It's not buried that deep. Snow White spends a while digging up the dirt under the tree. There it is. She pulls something round out of the ground. Round. Time capsule? What's that? A time capsule. Did they bury a time capsule together? I don't remember that detail. Did they mention it briefly? It holds our wishes inside. Wishes. Snow White opens the lid of the capsule. I have a very vague memory. Did they make wishes for once they defeat the queen, like what they would want to do afterwards? Are these those wishes? And pulls out the pieces of paper inside. All 7 are here. What are these? These are slips of paper with our wishes. That day we tore a sheet of paper into 7 pieces. And everyone wrote on one. Lilith, what are you doing? It's been a while since we found such a perfect place. I thought we could try something fun. Something fun. This was such a minor detail, I forgot about it. Lilith pulls out a round time capsule and 7 scraps of paper. Like, you can't blame me. This happened in between depression and more depression. They really just slid this one in. Everyone write down your wish and put it in this capsule. Our wish. Why did we even do that? Just... it's nice, you know? Are we just jinxing ourselves? He got kicked. I mean, this is in a good way. Don't say something ominous and make it weird, okay? We just happened to find a nice place to rest. So I thought it would be fun to leave a record showing that we were all here together. So let's do it. A record. Later, when the day comes where we've fulfilled our role, let's all open it together. The day we have fulfilled our part. Not bad. That's pretty romantic, eh? Alright, I'll give writing a shot. Reddit takes the paper and leaves. It's not bad. I shall pen one myself. Scarlet takes the paper and leaves. I think this will be a nice memory, so I'll write one too. Rapunzel takes the paper and leaves. I'm not sure how meaningful this will be as a record, but there is no harm in keeping it. Dorothy takes the paper and leaves. A wish. What should I write? Snow White? Yes? What are you doing, staring into space like that? Oh, I just don't know what to write for my wish. Don't think of it as such a serious thing. Just simply write down something that you hope will happen in the future. Something I hope will happen. Here's a pen for you. Think it over, okay? Alright. Snow White takes the paper and pen. Why aren't you taking one, Commander? Do I have to? What a pain. Could you write it up quickly? Lilith and the Commander walk away. Seriously, what should I write? Hey, kid. Redhead puts Snow White in a headlock. As she usually does. What's there to think so hard about? It's just a wish. Red Hood, I can't breathe. It's not like it'll actually come true if you write it down. Just keep it simple. Nobody's gonna care if you just write whatever you feel like doing right now. Oh my, Red Hood. Bullying Snow White again, are we? Don't do that. Come here and help me carry these supplies. Alright, coming. Redhead walks away. Keep it simple. Snow White kindly scans her surroundings. Scarlet and Dorothy sit on the same stump, bickering over who should move aside. After moving the support supplies, Redhead tries to sneak a peek at Rapunzel's wish as she dashes away. It's probably something sus, ain't it? Nearby, the commander and Little Eyes grumble playfully at all this, yet can't help smiling at each other. Aww. The goddess one has such, like, nice interactions. Under the warm sunlight filtering through the leaves of the enormous old tree, everyone is passing the time peacefully. Something I hope will happen. Snow White adjusts her grip on the pen and writes something on the piece of paper. Snow White gazes blankly at the unfolded piece of paper. Who wrote that? I did. Snow White holds out the paper. Is it okay if I read it? Yes. I take the paper. I hope Lilith will be safe. Okay, Pain. Pain! She's not safe. She's anything but safe. Never to return again. Do we get to see all their wishes, or is that private? Back then, I believed that as long as I had Lilith, the peace of that day would last forever. That's why I only wish for her to be safe. I wish for Lilith, the goddess of victory, to survive. And to keep leading and saving us all. I had no idea how great a burden that was. It was such a childish thought. Snow White puts her wish back into the empty capsule. And she begins unfolding the other pieces of paper, one by one. I wish for the war to end, and for everyone to make it out safely. Rapunzel. The day my role doth end, with the red flower shall I go. That... For the people with context, you know what this means. For the people without, so Rapunzel's wish makes sense. She just wants everyone to survive. She wants everyone to be well. This is Scarlet, if that wasn't obvious. Scarlet. With the red flower shall I go? Her sister's name is Rose. Her sister is dead by this point. She doesn't mean, following her into heaven, right? That's not what she meant, right? This is pre-Mind Switch Scarlet. So she is still very much grieving at this point. I wish that the day would come when everyone knows our names. Dorothy. I want to have food and booze from my hometown. Red Hood. We will win. The commander. Snow White unfolds the last one. I hope we can save humanity. Lilith. In the end, not a single wish was fulfilled. Snow White carefully folds all of the papers again and puts them back in the capsule. After closing the lid, she places the capsule back in the hole. But I remember that day, that moment, how happy they all were as they wrote down their wishes and put them into the capsule. Snow White starts covering the capsule with dirt. The capsule becomes buried in dirt. Hey, you guys are no fun. Why are all these wishes so darn serious? Red Hood looked through everyone's wishes and made fun of them. Why are you looking at other people's wishes, Red Hood? Put them down. Rapunzel's embarrassed. Pray, dost thou expect us to write wishes for mere amusement? Think not that all are like thee. Scarlet confidently rebutted her. Commander, honestly, this seems a bit too half-hearted, don't you think? Dorothy looked over the wishes and critiqued them. Why make it so complicated? Keeping it simple is way cooler, isn't it? The commander smirked slyly. Come on, all you have to do is write down one wish each. What are you, children? And even Lilith, watching it all with a radiant smile. The castle is buried beneath the tree of memories again. They'll never come back. Those peaceful days when we all laughed together. The comrades we've lost. And the ones who've changed. I know that all too well. And I can't even bring back my comrades who have changed. I'm so angry at myself. Snow White. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. My business is done. Let's go. Snow White stands up and walks away. What remains unfinished? It's so depressing. We leave the place that holds Snow White's memories and walk for a long while. The thing with Snow White's wish specifically, that was... Lilith saw that wish, and she was actively dying while that scene was happening. She knew for a fact that was the one wish she couldn't keep. Since leaving that place, Snow White has kept her eyes on the ground, walking in silence. I watch Snow White. Her face is full of regret, anger, and exhaustion. She remains untarnished, despite the dust and blood she bore. Yet it seems as if she's withering in regret. I recall the countless regrets Snow White has left behind, and the wishes left by those from the past. Has nothing but a burden. Even though I belonged to the Goddess Squad, I was always flustered and couldn't even use a gun. Whenever a crisis arose, I would always call for Red Hood or Lilith. I was nothing but a weak child. There's no way I was able to help in that state. Did they really think that of Snow White? So many people like Lilith. So many people liked Lilith and relied on her strength. That's why she pushed herself to the very limit, without even letting those around her know what she was going through. Did Lilith really endure everything by herself? I don't think she did. I come to a halt. I mean, what is it? Is that really what she thought? I hope we can save humanity. Snow White. Is something wrong? Is moving difficult here? What if it was because she trusted you? What are you talking about? I've never met Lilith. But if she really saw you as just a kid, do you think she'd have made a wish like that? A wish like that? I hope we can save humanity. She probably knew from early on that she was going to die. So entrusting this wish to you shows that she trusted Snow White and the rest of the Goddess Squad. You can't conclude that from just this. It may have been a wish she wanted to fulfill herself. Was that really all she wrote on the paper? Well, I believe she must have left it in some other form too. In another form. How? She did. Back then in that video. Overzone. Overzone. It's so ominous. It's been so long since I've seen this. It's so ominous looking. You can't even tell if it's actually her or not is the thing. Still, if by any chance you're watching this, please do me one last favor. Take care of this world and survive. My beloved friends. We'd been asked to fulfill her wish. Do you remember how she looked at the end? How she looked at the end. Did she really only look sad? How she looked at the end. Snow White remembers Little Wise's face as she lay in the coffin, beneath heaps of white flowers, her hands folded neatly, her sleeping face. She remembers it clearly. No, she didn't. Back then, the face I saw was not just filled with sorrow. If she really only saw you guys as kids and was just worried, then she wouldn't have made that kind of expression. You think it's because she trusted us. You said earlier that not everyone's wish came true, and that the past can't be changed. Yes, exactly. As you said, we can't change the past. It's already over. But what about your wishes? Are they all over? What? Not all their wishes are over. Scarlet, Rapunzel, Dorothy, and you, Snow White, are still alive. So, you're saying there's a wish we can still fulfill? We will win. I hope we can save humanity. Some aren't over yet. There are wishes that have yet to be fulfilled. You're right. Some things aren't over yet. It's still not too late for some. Because some of us are still alive. Because I'm here. Yeah. We obviously haven't won yet, but we haven't lost either. Snow White looks back. Under the rising sunlight, her past, one she can never return to, shines warmly in the distance. I have to stop it. I must make sure they can never ruin our wishes again. I'm going to make it happen. So, Snow White looks at me. I need help. I hope you can help me. I'll help you. So you can fulfill the wishes of the people you hold dear. Good. Puff. Yes? Thank you. Don't mention it. Snow White looks ahead again. Let's go. Snow White strides forward. We gave her a very quick therapy session, is what happened. So Lilith and Anderson's wishes is to win the war, save humanity, kill the queen. The others, I don't think are gonna be happening. We can still carry on those two. That's so depressing. For a Bond story, that's so damn depressing. more Discord pings. The hell? I can't tell if someone's having a mental breakdown right now, or... Yeah, okay, continue to keep an eye on that. Anyways. That was Snow White Heavy Arms Bond story. I didn't sign up for depression today, but I guess I did by, deciding to do hers. She gets a head pat. She deserves all the head pats. Even if she's gonna fire missiles at me. Wait, she fired it directly at me. That's kind of funny. Okay. Head pat to Snow White. So before we jump into another Bond story, I have been slacking with Outpost hangouts. I don't do these if it's not obvious. It's kind of funny, I have normal Snow White Outpost stuff. So we might as well do that. It's not even old Snow White. It's not, what do we call this now? Because there's young snow, there's heavy snow, this is just snow. This is just Snow White. Norberto, I think I said that right, hopefully. Norberto, thank you for the follow, welcome to the Abyss, hopefully enjoy your stay. Okay, this is Amnesia Snow White. I think that's a good way to put it. I need to confirm something, so I went to the observatory. When I get there, I see a silhouette. Belonging. Why isn't it working? Who's there? Huh? That voice. Cocopuff. Snow White? You're just in time. Can you help me out? What are you doing here? I heard you can find lots of raptures near here, but I don't know how to see them. I think I should be using this machine. Do you do anything other than search for raptures? Raptures are elusive little critters. They're not easy to find, or get away from once you find them. So I always follow up on every possible new opening. I'm open to any method that could help me in locating them. I have to find them before they murder any more people. There aren't many people on the surface to begin with, Snow White. Say, do you know how to use this thing? I tried everything, but I'm not getting anything. Maybe this button. I don't think... Nope. Check the surface observation device or tell her how to operate it. Let's try tell her how to operate the surface observation device. So I just pressed this button, right? Yep, then look through here. Wow, it's so clear. There are hordes of raptors all flocking together. You can see their coordinates and roughly how many there are on the left screen. And got it. So all these red dots are raptors then. Anything else you want to know? No, I think I've got a good handle on it now. I should be able to operate it by myself next time. This thing is pretty nifty. Now I'll be able to track raptors with more precision. Thank you, Kokomo. I could come here and check on the raptors' whereabouts whenever I've got spare time. Do you think that'd be alright? I'll obviously try to not disturb the NIKKEs running this place. You can come whenever you want. Perfect. Well, now that I've got the coordinates for those raptors, I shouldn't be dilly-dallying. Gotta go. Take care. She's kinda dorky, isn't she? Snow White rushes off. Like, she doesn't have the drive that Heavywhite does, but she kinda dorky. I've totally forgotten why I came to the observatory in the first place. Might as well head back home. I don't think I did normal Snow White's Bond story. We could do that after these scenes. Just compare and contrast between the personalities, because we know what young Snow White's like from the events. We know what Heavywhite is like now, especially after that Bond story. I didn't get normal Snow White until I got Heavy Snow White, so might as well do a Snow White crash course before the next chapters come out. What is this place? It's the armory. Will we be able to find spare parts here? Most of the weapons here are brand new. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find what I'm looking for. Well, look who the cat dragged in. What are a pilgrim and a weakling like you doing here? We need parts. This is an armory, not a shopping mall. Now get lost. Sorry for disturbing you. Snow White turns back and prepares to leave. Wait a sec. What exactly are you looking for? A trigger. What model? No model number, it's a unique make. Telling you wouldn't make any difference. Then show me the gun. Without saying a word, Snow White hands over her gun to Unhwa. Unhwa stares at the gun for a while. You call this sorry thing a gun? What's the problem? The rifling is almost completely worn down, and the side bead is crooked. And what on earth happened to the magazine? Well, works for me. Haven't missed my marks yet. Wait here. She is the gun expert. A moment later, Unhwa comes back with another rifle. Take this. This is the cream of the crop from Elysion. You don't exactly look like someone with a stable income, so consider it a gift. It's leagues better than that rickety old pea shooter you got. This is from the ELY AR-14 series, right? Good eye. Yeah, that's right. It's called the ELY AR-17C. And they fixed the issue with sweat pulling up around the grip. They did a complete overhaul on the texture of the grip, so that's no longer an issue. What about the trajectory having a downward slant after 1 kilometer? Solved, thanks to the improved rifling and flash suppressor. Very good. With those flaws taken care of, it might just be perfect. It might be just the perfect firearm. It's the best AR on the market. Bar none. Go on, take it. It's an incredibly kind offer, but no thanks. What? I'm satisfied with the weapon I'm currently using. So if you could just find me a trigger, that would be great. Anything you're looking for in particular? I'm not picky, just as long as it's not a double trigger. Wait a second. Yeah, show that you're competent in weaponry, Unhwa gives you a bit of respect. A while later. And I just realized I'm probably just T-posing off to the side because I have nothing to add to this conversation. Try this one. The trigger Unha flings over seems a little worn. Is this second hand? You guessed it. Can you get her a new one? Actually, when it comes to triggers, you want one that's slightly used. Brand new triggers can have too much resistance when you pull them. You hear that? If you don't know what you're talking about, then keep your mouth shut. I just said I have nothing to add. Why did the commander put in something? Many thanks. This would be most useful, I'm sure. Farewell. See you. Snow White leaves the armory in a hurry. Probably pains you to give away something for free or feeling bad about helping out a pilgrim. Top one? It's not that. The weapon she's been using is in such a sorry state, but she's managed to accomplish so much with it. Oh, whatever. Inferiority complex. Unha bursts out of the armory. Her eyes are blazing. She's competitive. Sorry, someone's having a crisis. Have to respond to them. Okay. So that's two of the scenes. What else can we find? I saw Velvet. Let's web blast ourselves. Same page, different books. Train station. Okay. It's only ever when I'm with you that I get to experience things like this. This is the first time I've ever seen a train station that's completely empty. And it's such a late hour too. It's the perfect time and place to have a little secret fun, when you say. That wouldn't be right. This is someone's workplace. I'm just saying. Why do you want to come here so late anyway? Since I got to pick the spot for this little date, I wanted to choose somewhere that not just anyone could go. Wait, would you rather I choose in your room? Who's there? The flashlight shines at Velvet and me. The commander and an acquaintance, I presume? What are you doing here at this hour? Ah, there goes the mood. I didn't think anyone else was here. What do you mean? Never mind her, it's nothing. Why are you still at work, Brad? Because an engineer's job doesn't just end when the train reaches the last station. We still have to put the train in the depot and then submit our logs. And there's plenty more to do besides that. I never realized work kept you so busy. It's all part of the job. I wouldn't be doing what I do if I didn't like it. By the way, I'd heard rumors, but is this the newest maid at the Maid Cafe? The name's Velvet, and I'm currently the most popular maid at the cafe. It feels kind of embarrassing when I say it. I see. May I ask what you're doing here at the station? Me? Master and I were just about to get up to a little adult Velvet also came here for work. You came here for work. I'm sorry, but I cannot imagine anything a maid would need to do at station. What sort of work exactly? I can't quite remember. I signaled to Velvet with my eyes. What was it again? Alright. I wanted to come up with a new dessert to serve people who work late, so I came to ask a few questions. A dessert for people who work late. Yeah, I thought we could add something new to the menu. As someone who works late, what would you like to see on the menu? I'm fine with anything, really, so long as I have a good cup of coffee. Sorry, that probably isn't a very good answer. No, that's great. You said your name's Brid, right? Next time you come to the cafe, I'll give you a little something extra on the house as a thank you for answering my survey. Just make sure to pick me. I was already impressed that you came here so late for work. But to promote your job outside of your workplace, you really must be passionate about what you do. You won't find many people more passionate about their job than me. I imagine you must also feel a great sense of responsibility toward your work then. You bet I do. I've always been thorough when it comes to accomplishing the missions I'm assigned. I never let go of a target until the job is done. Livid clings to my arm. See? I'm not letting go of Master either. You never let go of a target. I need to adopt that sort of mindset as well. Great's the opposite of sus, I guess. She has the anti-sus filter. Am I the only one who feels like you two aren't on the same page right now? What do you mean? I think we're on the same page. We're talking about work, aren't we? That's alright. This conversation is strictly about work. So tell me, Velvet, are you fairly meticulous in your work? People sometimes tell me that I go overboard. Isn't doing too much better than not enough, though? There's nothing wrong with being thorough. After all, you have to be absolutely certain you've finished the job. If you leave anything undone, it could come back to bite you. That's why it's especially important to tie up loose ends. I agree. You must ensure nothing is left undone. Only then can you perform your next responsibility without issue. No one besides the commander has ever seen eye to eye with me like this. I'm glad to have met someone who thinks like I do. If I may ask another question, what do you do when someone tries to talk to you while you are focused on your work? Although it is never my intention, I find that when my full attention is on whatever I'm doing, I sometimes don't answer if someone tries to speak to me. Oh, you should definitely ignore them, intentionally even. When you're doing something important, you can't afford to be distracted. If you miss your target because you're talking to someone else, that person's not going to take responsibility for it, right? The world really is vast. I didn't think there was anyone who took their job more seriously than me. Never imagined someone else who would prioritize work to this extent. Hell, I'm always serious in everything I do. It may look like I'm playing around, but in reality, I'm always doing my best. I look at Velvet. You've known this whole time that the two of you are talking about different things, right? What are you talking about, Master? We're discussing work. Or more precisely, our attitude toward work. We weren't talking about different things at all. We're on the same page, remember? Have you not felt like something's off, Fred? What? No, not in the slightest. Actually, I'd like to talk even more. If you don't mind, Velvet. I know it's late, but could I have a bit more of your time? I'd like to continue our conversation back in the station office. This is the first time I've ever met someone with whom I can speak so freely. Decisions. If you promise to come to the Maid Cafe sometime later, I might consider it. Sure. I often go to the Maid Cafe for coffee anyway. Well then, if you promise to order the omurice, then I promise to answer your questions even more sincerely. Advertising your workplace even in the middle of a conversation. Your professional commitment is truly remarkable. Understood. I will order the omurice and even a dessert as well. Thank you. And so Velvet and Brid talk all through the night until it's time for the first morning train to depart. Brid, you're the conductor. You need sleep. What do you mean? I also stay with them to make sure Velvet doesn't try to pull anything. No one got sleep. Wonderful. What else is there to look at? We have 2 more tickets. Moran. That's Snow White. The Crying Angel. What? That's like a Gods of Victory statue. That can go either direction. Let's see here. Majestic looking Goddess of Victory statue. Someone falls down in front of it. Looks like someone homeless. Go check if she's alive. No response. She may be dead. Move on. Please wait. I need some food. Anything that provides energy is fine. Snow White? Later. Huh. I'm alive. Was she starving to death? Another Discord ping. Apologies, need to answer this. Yeah. My body is a machine, but my brain is still human. It needs a lot of energy to run. That's why I sometimes get groggy. This time I was lucky. My instincts led me to you. I can't call it a thank you gift, but I wanted to tell you an interesting story about this bronze statue. Soon, Snow White and I stand in front of the statue. You know what, Cocoa Puff? Since I fainted last night, this statue has moved about 5 centimeters from where it was. That's not possible. I didn't want to believe it at first, but my eyes don't lie. The statue's waist was straight. Now it tilts a little towards where I was lying. It's as if it was staring at me while I was lying on the ground. Unbelievable. You don't believe me. How about we come back tonight and check it again? Just remember how the statue looks right now. Let's come back tomorrow and to see if we can notice any changes. That night in front of the statue. Well, let's pretend to be dead, shall we? Why is that necessary? It looks like you're unfamiliar with ghost stories. As far as I know, most artifacts in those stories only move when they are not being observed. Have you ever heard of paintings changing their expressions? Or moving their eyes when no one else is looking at them? Yes, I have. Then you understand. Let me show you how it's done. She a bit dorpy. Snow White shuffles toward the statue. and collapses in front of it. Okay, everybody do the flop. Laying on the ground quietly. Chaotic thoughts crowd my mind. Many buildings in the outpost have their own ghost stories, but I've never heard anything about this Goddess of Victory statue. Why did it start moving last night? Snow White awakened the soul inside the statue. Suddenly I realized. The Goddess of Victory statue was built to commemorate NIKKEs who lost their lives in battle. Maybe it has the souls of those NIKKEs in it. Maybe it was because they wanted to check on Snow White, who appeared to be dead. That they lowered their heads for the first time that night. Some sort of droplet falls on my face and rolls down my cheek. Tears. I open my eyes slowly. The statue is making a 90-degree bow, and spreading its arms towards Snow White. Tears of blood are falling from its eyes. It looks like it wants to bring Snow White to heaven. Snow White? I fell asleep. Did anything happen? The statue! The statue? Oh, it moved? I see. It's 5 centimeters lower than yesterday for sure. How's that? Do you believe me now? Yeah, I guess. Good to know. Good to know it's possessed. Wonderful. I have so many in the backlog for outpost interactions. Where's the garden? Arcana. Is there any more for the 2 that we're currently doing? Okay. Romani. Phantom. Soda. Moran. Trony. Unha. Mast. Neve. More Unha and Mast. Soda. Milk. Soda. Sora. Fancy. And those are constructible. I was going through her Bond story. Well, not Bond story. I've been going through her ranks. So let's do that then. This one's not bad at all. It's cute. Huh? On second thought, this one might be even better. What a dilemma. Emma? You call it, Commander? Why did you bring me along to pick out clothes? There's a pajama party this weekend, so I'm picking out some PJs to wear then. I heard this place is having a special sale on pajamas, so I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. I want to buy some as gifts to surprise Vesti and Unha. I see. I've narrowed down the options somewhat. Want to take a look? Emma holds up 2 sets of pajamas. What do you think? I thought one of these might suit Vesti. Which one do you prefer? One with yellow polka dots or the one with sky blue polka dots? On Vesti? Her eyes are blue, so the blue one? This pastel blue is just so pretty, isn't it? I think it'll match Vesti's eyes wonderfully. Hey, I got full marks. Good. I knew having you come along would make things go more smoothly. If I'd come alone, I'd probably have wasted so much time trying to make a decision. Next is Unha, right? Yes, that's right. I'm torn between these two. Can you pick for me again? Sky blue nightgown or the pink nightgown? Unha! Unha's interesting. She dresses girly when she's alone, right? The pink one. Oh, what a bold choice. I don't think I've ever seen Unha wear pink before. I think it might be good to try something new. That should cover the gifts for both of them. I hope they like it. I'm sure they will. They'll like it even more when they hear that you helped pick them out. Okay, Bestie might. Unha might clock my jaw if she knows I picked pink for her. Thanks for helping, Commander. Glad to help. But you're only buying 2 sets. What about yours, Emma? Oh, mine? I'm not going to wear any pajamas. What? You should see your face, Commander. You're beet red. I'm just kidding. You're really cute when you're like this, Commander. Actually, I already bought my clothes, but thanks for worrying about me. If you buy everything, let's go. But I actually need to buy one more. Didn't you get everything earlier? Commander, don't tell me you forgot. If that's really the case, I might have to be a little disappointed in you. Am I missing something? Am I invited too? I'm planning to have a pajama party at the dorm soon. Do you want to come too, Commander? I don't have any pajamas. Oh my, really? Now this time we'll get you one as a gift. I wonder what kind of pajamas would suit you best, Commander? Ow. We've scheduled it for this weekend. Right, sorry, I remember now. That's great. Bessie was super excited about this. If you don't show up, she probably will cry her eyes out. That was a close call. Thanks for letting me know. Commander, then as a reward for letting you know, can I pick out your pajamas? Yeah, of course. Okay then. No take-backs, alright? What are you... Afterwards, I had to attend the party wearing somewhat shocking pajamas. Even so, the 4 of us ended up making unforgettable memories together. What did she put me in? It was either like one of the onesies, the cute onesies, or something sus. It could go either way with Emma. Okay, that's the 5 charges for those. We can probably round it out with the normal Snow White's Bond story. I don't know if he's ranked at all. She might be at rank 2 or 4. I don't know where I stopped. Let's see here, where are you? NIKKE? Why are you lagging? Somewhere around here, there you are. In her full set of armor.
これはチャイムの好みで作られたんだ。王国に騎士が必要らしい。
Okay, we have these, and we have way too many of this. There you go.
お前はいい人間だ。変わらないでいて
I'll
ほ
go
しい。
through and do her advice diary over time. Actually, no, I don't star the people who, I star them once their advice diary is done. So let's go through this. I think I did the first scene on stream. We might as well do it again just so all of it's in one place. This is old Rappy. I'm not used to seeing her anymore. I think I remember what happens in this scene. Ready for deployment. Come on, let's wrap this up fast. It's a piece of cake. You think so? Piece of cake. We're just on recon, right? You really think it's gonna be that easy? What, you think it's gonna be a meat grinder where none of us get out alive? In that case, I can sit this one out, right? It's just a simple mission after all. It's only simple if the three of us go. Uh-huh. Let's go. Shall we go, Commander? Yeah, let's. I step into the elevator. Oh crap, wait, I forgot something. Ah, me too. Hurry back. We start getting off the elevator. Rappy, Anis, and Neon step out first. Just as I'm about to step out, the elevator doors suddenly slam shut. Before I can do anything, the elevator shoots upward. It keeps picking up speed and rattling non-stop. The lights go out, but it isn't stopping. The elevator jerks to a halt. I squeeze my body through the half-open gap of the doors and emerge onto the surface. Alone. Use the elevator controls. But the elevator doesn't budge at all. Use my cell phone? The alpha particle's concentration is over 90%. Communication is impossible. I don't see any radio towers in the area. In the distance, a cloud of dust is heading this way. The Raptures. They must have picked up the loud noise from the elevator. I have to get out of here. I climb up a tall building that looks like it's used to be a surveillance post. It'll probably collapse from a single Rapture attack, but at least it gives me a clear vantage point. Looking around the post, I find a signal flare and a megaphone. Use the signal flare. I secure the signal flare to the floor and ignite it. I don't know what I just said there. Smoldering fumes of smoke rise toward the sky. It'd be dangerous if a Rapture with heat-sensing abilities detects it, but this is all I can do right now. 6 hours later. The remnants of the signal flare are scattered in the wind. It's so cold. Every gust of wind feels like it's tearing at my skin. I can't stop shivering. My eyes are closing. What are you doing here? Snow White? I asked, what are you doing here? I'm stranded. Stranded? Put this on first. Snow White hands me a cloak. I put it on and a warmth spreads through my body. It's a heat cloak. He sat down on the side to adjust the temperature. Thanks, you really saved me there. Now tell me, why are you here alone? 30 minutes later. So that's what happened. Elevator breakdowns happen often. The routes from underground to the surface spread out like a spider web, which is why you can reach so many places from an entry point. Convenient, yes, but accidents are common. Still, it's rare for a commander to be left stranded up here. The concentration of alpha particles here is absurdly high. There's no radio tower, so don't even think about calling for help. So, we have no choice but to use the most reliable method. I know where the elevator to the Ark is. I'll take you there. Okay, thanks. Get up. We leave at once. I'm telling you in advance, it's quite a distance, so brace yourself. How far is it? Considering the distance and speed and factoring in the chance of encountering Raptures along the way. Alright. You're human, so you'll need to sleep. It should take roughly 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. If we manage to secure a vehicle along the way, it'll be much faster. But we can't count on luck. You look lost. Don't worry. As long as I'm here, you will surely return. Alright, I'm counting on you. Let's go. At least stranded. Our NIKKE server is okay. They're slowing down. How to soothe hunger? Oh dear lord. She's the one who eats balls of bugs. Oh dear lord. Hey, you're slowing down. Don't dawdle. Okay. This place is too exposed. There's nowhere to take cover. Staying here any longer won't do us any good. We'll get ambushed. It won't be a problem for me, but one hit for you will be fatal. I disagree. Though this is a early story commander, so we might actually die. Chapter 40 commander can take a shot to the chest and be perfectly fine in like a minute. There are ruins up ahead we can use for cover. Push the pace until we reach them. I'll give it a shot. Good, keep moving. 2 hours later. Hey, you're slowing down again. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. Then why do you keep slowing down? I'm really hungry. How long have you been up on the surface? About 30 hours, give or take. And you've been going without food this whole time. That's right. Not good. You've pushed your body too hard on an empty stomach. My rations ran out long ago as well. I'll change the route. We're heading for a nearby farm. Or rather, what's left of one. You think there's any food left? No idea. If we're lucky, there'll be food. If not, there won't. For all we know, the place could be crawling with raptures. You're making a strange expression. Nothing is certain on the surface. You must rely on luck wherever you go. The surface no longer belongs to humanity. Let's go. Stop. Raptures up ahead. They're wandering around the barn. 3 of them, it seems. I think they're on the move. Let's wait. If they disappear, we can move in. Snow White's rifle roars, flames curling from its barrel. At the front, a moving raptor is obliterated, breaking into countless pieces. You want to wait. Snow White reloads her weapons. Until the raptors leave. Another raptor is blown to bits. You're being naively optimistic. We'll kill every last raptor. Not a single one would be left standing. The gunshots might attract more raptors. Let them come. I'll kill every last one of them. Snow White walked forward. We'll enter the barn. Let's see if there's anything worth taking. All we got is a little drinking water and a few cans of food. Looks like there was a grain, but the rats ate it all. Just to be safe, don't touch the leftover grains. They're contaminated with rat droppings, and eating them could be fatal. As for these cans, they expired about 20 years ago. So I pries the lid off a can, then scoops some of its contents with her finger and pops it into her mouth. It's spoiled. Tongue-tied. It's spoiled. You'll die if you eat it. But it's fine for me. Snow White empties the rest of the can into her mouth. Yuck. This tastes awful. But at least I got the calories. Are you sure it's okay to eat that? It's fine. I won't get food poisoning like you. It's a viable meal as long as I can get past the taste. Snowy finishes off the rest of the cans. Ugh. It's best if you stay away for a while. Got it. I'll give you all the drinking water. They say humans can survive up to 4 weeks on water alone. But that's just surviving, nothing more. You won't be able to walk the distance we need on that. If we boil these trees down into a sort of gruel, you might be able to eat that. Or this leather boots. No, it's synthetic. One way or another, we need to get something into your stomach. Otherwise, you won't be able to move. Snow White quickly slams her foot down. Under her foot, a rat wriggles frantically, its tail trapped beneath her foot. Snow White hands me a knife. Once you get it and roasted, you'll be able to eat it. It's gotten quite plump. Looks like it's been fanning itself on the grains here for a while. That should make a hearty meal. Snow White starts drilling. Eat. Then move out. This is to... Quit whining. This is the surface. You can't just walk a few minutes and get food from a vending machine whenever you're hungry. And drop the idea that things will somehow work out. No one's going to help you. If you don't act, nothing happens. This is barren land. So eat whatever you can get your hands on. Whenever you have the chance, finish every last bite. That's how you survive. Okay? Still, I'd appreciate it if you leave some for me. 1 hour later. How is it? I had a hard time eating it. Just be glad you filled your stomach. We're behind schedule. Let's move out. So we ate a rat. Wonderful. The load times are getting worse. How to fall asleep. So after returning, arrives here. Hey. Are you even listening? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Look at me. Look at Snow White. Keep your eyes on me. Keep looking at Snow White. Look. Wake up. Snow White peers around. This should do. Follow me. This place should be safe. We rest here, then move out. The place Snow White points to is a narrow gap in the rooms, just barely wide enough for a single person. It is formed from the wreckage of countless collapsed buildings. Just lie down. Don't think about moving or even lifting your head. One wrong move and it could all come crashing down. Lie still, hands on your sides, now sleep. But why here? Some raptors can detect heat sources. Sleeping among this debris will conceal your body heat. It's not perfect, but it will greatly reduce the risk of being detected. Moving around will increase that risk, so make sure you stay completely still while sleeping. Do not light any fires and do not raise the temperature of your heat cloak. Just stay still and sleep. It's even possible to stay still while I sleep. I'm not telling you to sleep soundly. Just shut your eyes and take a... what do they call it again? A power nap? I know what you're trying to say, but it's still better than dying. I don't need sleep, you do. I can respond to a surprise attack. You can't. If you don't want to die in your sleep, do as I say and get some rest. You're not going to use a decoy. There are 2 reasons I'm not deploying a decoy. First, all raptors must be destroyed. Rather than luring them with a decoy, it's better they come to me. Second, I don't have a decoy. Look at my weapons. I'm already carrying the maximum weight I can bear. I have only about 10 kilograms of leeway, and even that is only because I expend ammunition. That's why I can't carry you, and why I can't carry decoys. In short, I can protect you, but I can't transport you. You have to walk on your own. So sleep. Noah keeps her distance, scanning the area. She warns that if I stay too close, I could get caught in the bombardment. She doesn't seem to care about hiding, since any rapture that comes near or that she spots is going to be destroyed. I can't sleep. What Noah said keeps running through my mind. The fear that I might die in my sleep has robbed me of my rest. Snow White jumps to her feet. She stares into space for a long time before returning to her original stance. That's not it. Snow White. What? There's a spider on my arm. Stay still. It'll go away soon. It's on my face now. Eat it. It's precious sustenance. Did you eat it? I hope there's some left for me. It's a spider, Snow White. It crawled away. Is that so? That's a shame. Snow White jumps to her feet. She stares into space for a long time before returning to her original stance. Snow White. Are there more spiders? Why are you so desperate to kill raptures? I have no idea what you're talking about. Wouldn't it be better to avoid the raptures if you can? No. Knowing the raptures exist and choosing to avoid them is wrong. As long as those things remain, humanity will never return to the surface. There's also a finite number of raptures. We learned this in old tales. So she is working towards 0 eventually. Even killing one of them is the path forward for mankind. Are you still fighting for humanity? Of course. It's all I've ever thought about. Why are you wandering around on the surface? To kill the Rapture Queen and return the surface to humanity. And after that? I haven't given that any thought. You must have a wish. A wish? That kind of thing disappeared long ago. No, I must have. After all, I've already gone through several shifts in thinking. I wouldn't call it a wish. But there is something I still hope for. Come on, tell me. I want to eat my fill and then sleep well. Did you fall asleep? I envy that. We can do so. Amnesia Snow White only cares about food and winning the war. How to survive. I haven't slept properly for several days. I can relate to that. Hi there. Hello, Seb. Welcome back. It's a good thing you didn't see the previous scene. Spiders were mentioned. So, perfect timing to come back. My whole body aches and I'm shivering. The commander's suffering right now. Thank God. Yeah, I think the spider bit is done. That was the previous scene. I haven't eaten in a long time and I have no energy. Every step feels unbearably heavy. We're currently stranded on the surface of Snow White. This is normal Snow White's bond story. We're comparing this one versus Heavy White. She only cares about food. I threw up. It must be the rat I ate back then. Or maybe my body's just not in great shape. Hey, you okay? I'm fine. Sorry, that was a pointless question. There is no way you'd be fine. This won't do. Snow White sets her weapons on the ground. Get on my back. I'll carry you. You shouldn't throw away your weapons. It's better than letting you die. I'll never let you die. Get on my back. Rest while I carry you. You'll feel much better. Hurry up. At this rate, you'll die. Kagapuff, get over there and hide. Rapture's incoming. An hour later. Might be a bit absent. The girlfriend of one of your friends was depressed, so we were drawing something to her all together, because he draws like shit, but the Tensons are good. You're all good. If you have things you need to do, if you have things you need to take care of, don't feel obligated to stay here. Do what you need to do. Take care of your friends. That's kind of cute though, even if he draws like shit, at least he's tried. Snow White stands atop the remains of countless raptures. It's been a long time since I've seen an army like this. That could have been bad if you hadn't had your weapons. I'm fine. Don't throw them away. One more time, and I'll really throw the weapons away. Don't worry, I won't pass out. You sure are good with words. Let's go. 3 days later. Catch it. I pressed down on the spider with a stick. Never mind, the spiders aren't over. Good job. Remove the head and eat it. It's precious sustenance. Snow White. Close my eyes and swallow. Ugh. Snow White clamps her hand over my mouth. Eat it. Don't spit it out. Is this considered torture? Cool. That's more like it. 2 days later. Looks like we've made decent progress. From here on, it won't be too rough. And there's a fair amount to eat. Of course, it won't be the kind of food you're used to. This tree. Let's see, so it's that time. Let me show you something interesting. Snow White rips off the bark of a rotted fallen tree. And grotesquely enormous grubs shoot out. Jackpot. Don't tell me. They're precious sustenance. Eat them all. Don't leave a single bite. Maybe a little is fine. Stop. 12 o'clock. Do you see it? In the direction Snow White is pointing, countless raptors are on the move. Looks like they're moving in large numbers. Around 80, I'd say. Stay here. Wait, you're going to fight them. Right now. Of course. That's way too risky. I know. But it must be done. All raptors must die. Snow White dashes off in an instant. Snow White. Gunshots and explosions erupt everywhere. The sounds don't stop for a second, echoing relentlessly. 1 hour later. All around are only the remains of raptures, and in the center sits Snow White. Her appearance is, quite literally, a complete mess. There isn't a single part of her arms or legs that's unscathed. Snow White. Kagapuff, hand me the rapture part you're standing on. I pick up the heavy part and hand it to Snow White. She dismantles the rapture part and begins attaching it to her own body. Rapture parts. It can't be helped. There's no place on the surface for proper maintenance. No, actually there is. By some small mercy, their parts are compatible with NIKKE's. With a little adjustment, they'll serve perfectly as replacement parts. So your body is approximately 30% raptor parts. At this rate, I might end up becoming a monster myself. Snow White, why are you going this far? What do you mean? There might be a way to get help from the Ark. Even that is time I can't afford to waste. The raptors must be eliminated as soon as possible. Otherwise, there will be more sacrifices. A rapture I overlook could kill a NIKKE. Raptures I avoid could breach the Ark. Every rapture I fail to kill could kill someone. That's why I killed them. I don't want to see anyone die anymore. So you plan on saving everyone. That's right. You're giving me a strange look. Don't play dumb. Aren't you the same? Yeah, that's true. That's why I like you. You have the same perfectionism that I do. Pure white savior. A hot spring. Snow White briefly dips her hand into the hot spring. It's safe to drink. We'll move out after securing drinking water. Wait, isn't this a hot spring? Yes, it is. Now fill your bottle. Isn't this a hot spring with warm water? It is a hot spring, Snow White. Fine. You've got 1 hour. The warm water seems to wash away all the fatigue I've built up. The sigh escapes me without even realizing it. Stop making those strange sounds. You're not coming in. No. I must maintain my weapons. Snow White lays out her weapons and checks them one by one. It's quite the collection. Quite a few weapons you got there. They're known as the Seven Dwarfs. A weapon set built on the concept of 7 equals all. 7 weapons designed to handle any situation. At present, only 4 are fully operational. You ask me a question, yet you make those absurd noises. Your manners are appalling. I look around. Apparently, this used to be a tourist attraction. All sorts of structures were built around the hot spring. Drink bomb. I'm not a bomb, and no one has made me drink water today besides you. I might end today's stream a bit early, not just because of the trip. Apparently someone is also having a crisis, and it'd be an understatement to say if I was not concerned. So we'll see. We'll see after these cutscenes how long we're gonna keep going for. If you're just about done, then let's move out. At the periphery of my vision, I catch sight of something strange. Could it really be? Hey, how much longer are you? A car? I spring to my feet in excitement. Look, there's a car. I'm also butt naked. She has a little blushy. Just sit down. The car is in fairly good shape. A little work and it should run. Snow White begins rummaging through her clothes, pulling things one by one. I don't think I read that right. Pulling things... No, I did read it right. All kinds of parts tumble to the ground, scattered in a messy heap. We have enough parts for the repair. I'll start now. Help me. Do you really carry all this stuff around? That's alright. You never know when something might come in handy. That's why I carry everything that seems useful. First, I'll get the battery going. I'll hold the car, so follow my instructions exactly. Can the two of us even fit inside this thing? No, but even if we could fit, it wouldn't support our weight. Then, don't worry. I'll run alongside you. The car kicks up clouds of dust as it speeds along, and beside it, Snow White runs. At this speed, we'll reach the elevator in 3 hours. Step on it. 3 hours later. We have arrived. Right in front of me is the elevator to the underground. The flashing green lights indicate that this is working normally. Get on. Go back and rest. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Hurry up and go. I bring my hand to the terminal in front of the elevator. The elevator doors open. What are you waiting for? Move. The vibrations. Yes, those damn raptors are coming. Considering how noisy that rust bucket was, they must have heard us. The number is large. Easily over 100. I'll help. Just how do you plan to do that? Hurry up and get on. Okay, I'll come back once I've called for backup. Once I confirm you've gone down, I'll blow up the elevator. Any elevator with a compromised location must be destroyed. But Snow White pushes me lightly. I wobble and fall butt first inside the elevator. The elevator door starts to slowly close. Until we meet again. Snow White rushes toward the raptors that fill the horizon. She takes her position and draws her rifle. After loading the first round, she fires quickly, but with deadly precision. I can't tear my eyes away from her back. Through the narrowing gap of the closing elevator doors, I can see Snow White fighting on. She is covered in dust, and enemy parts cling to her like armor. Even when her body is soaked in enemy blood, she remains untarnished. Flashbang. She is the purest color. One that will never, ever fade. After what happened with Heavy White and the Goddessfall event, was that like foreshadowing from way back when? Because this Bond story came out, I believe, with the game. She was one of the originals, I think, if not one of the earliest pilgrims. That feels like foreshadowing to me. That was normal Snow White. We're at the 2-hour mark now. Did I ever do young Snow White? I kind of want to do all 3 of them at this point. We're going in reverse order. We're rounded out with young Snow White. Where is she? Where's Small White? Pilgrim? I'm pretty sure I did this one on my own. I don't think I did it on stream. Probably. I don't remember it though. It's the thing. It's been a bit if I did. I don't think I did it on stream. Snow White is assembling a weapon from the parts scattered on the ground. Hey, I was wondering about something. Yes? So how did you meet Lilith? Lilith? Why do you ask? Just curious, that's all. You two seem really close. How do you get so close? You're always curious about the strangest things. What's so strange about wanting to know more about you? Huh? Do you really need to know me any better? I think what you know about me is enough. Come on, humor me. Lilith came up to me first. She said she was interested in me. Oh, that's totally a pickup line. It's not like that. And then? And then what? How'd you reply? So you're the genius weapon maker everyone's been talking about. Yes. You're Snow White, right? Hello. I'm Willow Eyes. Yes, that's me. Hello. Yeah, I definitely did not do this on stream. I think I did this... I got Small White around Old Tales, I think. And I did it on my own time. And I don't remember this thing either way, so... This is a review. Snow White keeps her eyes fixed on the ground, assembling a weapon from the parts she had laid out. What's this? A weapon? I see. Who's it for? Probably a NIKKE, I guess? Oh, really? Then can I have it? I'll try it and tell you what I think. Yes. Huh? Believe it or not, I'm a prototype. So I'm quite skilled physically. This should come in handy for testing, right? Prototype? Snow White looks up at Lilo Eyes. You're finally willing to look at me. What was your name again? My name's Lilo Eyes. A loud clatter rings out. You're the first NIKKE. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing when I'm called that. You just call me Lilith. Oh, yes. Hello. I'm Snow White. You can just call me Snow White. Lilo Eyes playfully ruffles Snow White's hair. Why would you... Well, aren't you the cutest thing? When I first heard your name, I thought you'd have an icy, cold personality. But I never expected you to be this cute. Huh? In that case, why don't you call me Lilith? Lilith? Yes, Lilith. You? I can't. Huh? Your white dilemma. She told you to call her Lilith and you refused. Why? Well, it's a secret. Why keep it a secret? Come on, be honest. It's because you're shy, isn't it? No, that's not it. Judging by your reaction, I guessed right. I'm telling you, it's not like that, really. Anyway, I already said no. Is it because we've just met? I didn't think nicknames would be such a tricky thing for NIKKEs. No, that's not it. Then why? What do you mean why? I just can't. You can't. Personally, I'm taking that to mean that you feel we're not close enough yet. So let's remedy that. Huh? If we want to know each other better, then we have to see each other more. The next day, true to her word, Lilith came over to visit. Hello? Are you working? She kept this up for 3 days. Good morning. What are you up to? Then 4. I can see you're busy, but be sure you don't skip any meals. If you haven't eaten yet, try this out. She came over every day to see me, and she would always ask the same question. What are you making today? A gun. Again and again, the exact same question. What are you working on today? A gun? Like a record stuck on repeat. What are you making today? Can you please stop asking me that? Why? Are you working on some kind of secret weapon? No. As I've already told you several times before, I'm making a gun. I see. At that point, this was the 7th day in a row, she'd asked me the same question. I'm making a gun. Yeah? Isn't it taking a little while? You've been working on the same piece since I first started coming here. Am I wrong? That's right. Maybe it's just me, but it seems to me like your work isn't going too well. No, I suppose it's not. Why is that? I don't have a clue. I wish I did. Is that so? What are you making this weapon for? No idea. None at all? It doesn't matter anyway. I don't get to decide who will use my weapons. Why not? Because we're at war. Everyone needs powerful weapons. Besides, with how intense the fighting is, whoever ends up wielding one of my weapons may not even be alive the next day. I have no way of changing who lives or dies, but what I can do is make weapons that perform well. Interesting. Well, if you don't know who you're making it for, how about giving it to me? Huh? I'd love to have a genius gunsmith like you make a weapon for me. Genius? I'm no genius. You don't even need a weapon anyway, isn't that right? Your body is already the strongest weapon there is. Where do you hear that? Who says I don't need weapons? I'm just like everyone else. I want to be stronger. I want to fell more raptures and protect more people. You do. But you've already saved so many people. But victory isn't ours just yet. We haven't saved humanity from these unknown intruders. So I have to improve. I have to do more. I see. So far, I haven't found the weapon that suits me. But who knows? Maybe you can make it. I would think challenging yourself would be a better way of spending your time than sitting here spinning your wheels. What do you say? Hurry up for the challenge. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Pure white challenge. They have a wholesome relationship. It's really too bad that Lilith is gone. From then on, I devoted myself entirely to making the perfect weapon for Lilith. First, I tried a rifle. Here, hold this. Snow White hands the rifle over to Lilith. Wow, done already. That was fast. No, it's not finished yet. I just want to test if it's a good fit. That's how you're supposed to hold it. Lilith adjusts her posture to hold the rifle. She then takes aim at the test robot and pulls the trigger. The rifle bursts apart. Whoops. No way. You just shattered the entire weapon. How hard did you pull the trigger? Sorry. It's been a hot minute since I've held a gun. I was wondering if I was holding it correctly. Apparently not. Wait, right here. I'll get you something else. After that, a machine gun. Try this one. Thanks. Oh boy. I designed a rocket launcher as well. Surely this won't shatter as well. Let's see. Oh boy. I even forged a sword, which I widely use among melee troops like Scarlet. Wait, which is widely used among melee troops like Scarlet, but... a sword? I see we're switching it up. Am I holding it right? Lilith takes the sword from Snow White. Can I give it a few swings? Sure. Yeah, take that. All of the test robots, which had been piled in a corner of the workshop, were torn to shreds. Wow. Amazing. This is fantastic. Now I know why melee troops are so obsessed with swords. Better yet, it didn't break like the others. Hold on. There it goes. Lilith managed to destroy every single weapon I gave her. This is absurd. The material I used for that sword is more sturdy than the defensive wall used to keep raptors at bay. How's that even possible? I tried to be gentle with it, honestly. Guess I went a bit overboard. It seems like my body and weapons just don't get along. No. There has to be something. We haven't exhausted all our options just yet. You're so motivated. I appreciate you not throwing in the towel. Little White's tussles, Snow White's hair. You're the coolest. Alright. That's enough work for today. What do you say we treat ourselves to a next meal? Actually, I want to go back and hit the drawing board. Don't even think about it. Work is officially finished for today. You need to get some food in you before we even think about getting back to it. I'm not hungry. Come on, let's grab a bite. I'm a NIKKE. It doesn't matter if I don't eat. Are you sure? I heard the cafeteria is serving up something special today. You never know when they'll have it back on the menu. I can't imagine it'd be anytime soon. What a shame that you'll be missing out. I heard it's so scrumptious that you won't even notice incoming raptures when you're eating it. She's always liked food. It just got amplified tenfold with the mind switch, I guess. Well, I guess I'll have to eat alone. Is it really that delicious? You bet it is. I've had it before. It's out of this world. Even that bit about not noticing incoming raptures. You could have an entire swarm bull rushing you and you won't have never noticed. Okay, no, I won't eat. NIKKE shouldn't be gluttonous. Why? Our bodies may be made of metal, but we're not mindless weapons. We still have feelings, don't we? You can do and eat whatever you want. Reward yourself for your hard work today. Have some fun. It'll give you a reason to want to see tomorrow. After all, our lives are much longer than humans. You're right. So, today we'll treat ourselves to a nice meal. Okay? Little White grabs Snow White's hand. Let's go. Here's White Weapon. Got 2 more. After countless subsequent tests, all of which were spectacular failures, one day I finally designed a suitable weapon and it's nearly finished. You know, yes? I went through all the video logs of your past missions. I noticed that you tend to use your hands in close quarters combat. I do? Yes, so that got me thinking. Perhaps traditional long-range weapons aren't the best fit for you. However, that doesn't mean that we should restrict you to blades alone. So I decided to combine the two, and make a special weapon for you. Snow White produces what seems to be an ordinary sword, with which she gives a few slashes. When in close quarters, you can use the sword. When you've got some distance between you and the raptures, as the whirring sound rings out, the sword transforms into a gun. Wow! You can turn it into a gun. And fire like this. So I can swap between 2 different weapon styles. It's beautiful. Can I really have this? Sure, I promised you a weapon, didn't I? It's only half finished though, so don't be surprised if it falls apart. At any rate, I'm glad you like it. Of course, it's gorgeous. No, not as gorgeous as... Nothing. Try it out. Sure. It doesn't matter in which order, does it? Nope, use it however you like. Alright, I'll go for the sword first. Little Eye swings the sword towards the test robots. Nice. Is it broken? Looks fine to me. It seems okay. Alright, transform. As a whirring sound rings out, the sword transforms into a gun. Here we go. Still intact. Finally. Holy moly, you actually made a weapon that I can't break. You're amazing. So talented. You flatter me. It was just a happy accident, that's all. Come now, you're being modest. Give yourself a little credit. You worked hard on this, and you did it all for me. Well, You did great, Snow White. I can't tell you how thankful I am to have this. Thanks to you. My English capabilities are lowering. Thank you, truly. Alright, you finished? Nice. Well, hopefully the person that the drawings are for feels better soon. It's nothing. Thanks for trusting me to make it for you. What are you so flustered for? You're adorable when you get embarrassed. It's because you're here, your English disease is contagious. No, you're fine, Sam. My brain is just floating right now. Little Eyes tussles Snow White's hair. I'm not embarrassed. Besides, you haven't actually used it in battle yet. Only then will you be able to see if it actually comes in handy. Well, you're right. Emergency. Rapture's incoming. All forces on base. Man your posts. Guess we'll be getting the opportunity sooner than we expected. You're not actually going to use that, are you? I am. It'd be a waste not to use something this useful. But I haven't finished the final round of tests. Bah, it doesn't matter. Louis rushes out, brandishing the weapon all the while. But hey! Wait up. Snow White follows the Little Eyes outside. Hey yo, wait, isn't that short-haired girl, you know, dead as fuck? Yep, this is a flashback. She is indeed dead as fuck. We did Snow White Heavy Arms Bond story. We ended up doing the normal Snow White. Now we're just going through Small White. We're going in reverse order. This is a flashback around 100 years ago. Damn. Hey, Little Eyes is beautiful. She's peak design. It's a shame she is dead. To what we know. We don't know if there's any Little Eyes left in her nymph, in her brain, that the queen took over. I don't think people should be hopeful. That seems like a doomed case. Snow White follows the Little Eyes outside the base. Along the horizon, Rapture troops are rallying. There's so many of them. Yeah, more than I expected. Have they sniffed out our base? If they have, we'll have to relocate. We will? Yes, if our location has been exposed, the invasions will be relentless. There's only one thing to do. Eliminate them before they have a chance to find us. Louis stretches her arms and takes a step forward. You're not going out there, are you? I am. Alone? Of course. The others aren't ready yet. Those of us who are should head out first. We've got a lot of friends back there in that base. I have to protect them. Don't worry. With this beauty of a weapon you've made me, this is gonna be a cakewalk. I've already told you I haven't finished testing it. You mustn't use. It'll be fine. You made this especially for me. That's all I need to know. Little Voice rushes towards the Raptures, unsheathes the sword forged by Snow White, and begins to slash to and fro. Why does it sound like explosions, though? It's a sword. She's like swinging it, explosion happens. The Raptures at the front of the pack collapse to the ground. Still intact? How do I reload the gun portion? Like this? That doesn't sound quite right. Otherwise, it aims at the Raptures. Shouldn't be a problem. At the moment she pulls the trigger, the gun shatters. I suppose asking to hold on twice was too much. Maybe it's a really heavy sword guts type shit. Maybe. The Rapture ambushes Lilywise from behind. Lilith, behind you! Lilywise runs her hand clean through the Rapture's body, impaling it. Snow White. Sorry about that. I always end up underestimating my own strength. Don't worry, I'll still find a way to use it, albeit somewhat unconventionally. Lilywise picks up a shard of the weapon, bends it into a curved shape, then rams it through a Rapture's head. Lilywise rushes toward the sprawling Rapture's horde off in the distance. Wherever she runs, Raptures are torn apart in her wake. She will not allow a single Rapture to lay a hand on Snow White. She is simultaneously the last line of defense between mankind and utter ruination, and the ultimate weapon, the most powerful of her kind ever crafted by human hands. She is the personification of victory itself. Snow White can't take her eyes off her. Wow. That's when Lilith unveiled her true nature to me for the first time. Her strength was overwhelming, entirely different from all other NIKKEs. There was a purity to it that was unexplainable. There before me was the true goddess of victory. Phew, that took a bit longer than expected. I'm sorry. I broke your weapon. Again. Sorry for freaking out back there. When the gun fell apart. Hey, are you okay? Splendid. I'm being watered. You were splendid. Huh? Drink plant. That's absolutely incredible, Lilith. I finally know why they consider you mankind's last hope. Because that's a power that no NIKKE nor any Rapture could ever hope to compete with. That's why you haven't found any weapons that can complement you. There's no room for improvement with you. Your existence alone is sheer perfection. Jeez, don't you think you're building me up a bit too much? Not at all. I know I'm not wrong about this. When I saw you fighting, I could see straight away that you must not wield any weapons. Holy glazing! Snow White looks up to Lilith a lot. Anything in your hand would only become a hindrance. Something incongruous with your innate design. Your entire body from head to toe has been designed to unleash this overwhelming power. You say, I'm glad you think so highly of me. But you know something? I noticed you've started calling me Lilith. About time, I say. I just got a bit... I was going to call you that once the weapon was finished. But once I realized you had no need for any weapons, I thought there might not be another opportune moment to call you that, so... Gotcha. You really are a cutie pie. I really don't like it when you call me cute. It's a bit of a shame, though. It was a joy watching you make weapons for me. I had a real kick out of it. But now you're going to hang up your gloves. I'll keep doing it. You will? But didn't you just say there was no weapon suitable for me? I can. If she was that good, why she did? Just kidding. Because she's mid. Dima. That sentence will give you the wrath of every NIKKE player who knows her. She ain't mid. You have just called the wrath upon yourself. You get a bonk. You do not call Little Eyes mid. The thing with Little Eyes, and it's the same thought process of every other thing in life, honestly. When you put too much power into a body that can't contain it, it's gonna break down eventually. But Little Eyes is just more than... she's more than that. Little Eyes is a symbol, both in-game and to the community. You don't know shit about NIKKE, so fine by you? No, Seb, you're fine. It's Dima that's getting the wrath. Besides depression and horniness. You can taste the cancel already. Yeah, if you say that to the NIKKE community, you're gonna get cancelled immediately. I can be your weapon, Lilith. I may not have any special fighting abilities, but I'm skilled at making weapons. Thank you for this information to Twitter. I got... Damn, no, no! Do not poke the bear with the stick! Do not! Little Eyes, you do not... Balls of steel. No! But it would be funny? No, it would not. People are still grieving at the fact that the queen took over Lilith, okay? Don't make it worse. It would be really funny though. What if you want to be cancelled? You shouldn't want to be cancelled. So long as I wield those, I should be some use at least. In a way, the weapons I craft can be yours as well. Which gives her a reason to make the 7 dwarfs. Aww. Little Eyes tussle Snow White's hair. Hey! I'm so moved. Okay. There will be a day when you become my secret weapon. Until then, I'll be waiting for you. Was this also foreshadowing of her death? Like, we know she dies. Was this also foreshadowing that? Okay. Of all the things you could be cancelled for, insulting a NIKKE character might sound like the best one. Mel has a popular friend that has been cancelled like 8 times, so by that logic. Any fame is good fame? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So, she protected you when the chips were down, and you started calling her Lilith. That's all you got out of that entire story. Just kidding. Becoming a weapon for someone else. Pretty cool. Nothing so dramatic as that, I just wanted to lend Lilith a hand. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Super cool. When confronted with Lilith's power, the thought of helping her wouldn't even cross most people's minds. They just regard her as a aberration, a freakish entity that they could rely on for protection. What? Lilith isn't a freak. Anyway, I feel like there's nothing I can do to help her. I'm always afraid that I won't be able to keep my promise. I know. Just trust me when I say you did a good job. The commander tussles Snow White's hair. Hey! Thanks for the stories, cutie pie. I like it when you spend time together like this. Don't be a stranger. Besides, staring at a computer monitor like that all day is bad for your eyes. You just don't suffer from any visual impairment. I disagree. We know a NIKKE who's more or less blind. Who's way beyond legally blind. What's happening in chat? You rather piss off the One Piece community, but this works too? Which one is the easy community to rage base? Are we One Piece or AI roast? Vote One Piece, or if you want to go political. Oh wait. Halt. No rage baiting. No canceling yourself. Yeah, I get it. NIKKEs are the best and humans are weak and vulnerable. You know what I mean. The commander leaves his seat. Snow White. Yes? You can do it. Don't let your doubts get the best of you. You're one of the goddesses yourself. So long. The commander leaves. What's going into the commander today? But we can do it. I got someone in my corner. I can't disappoint them. Snow White resumes assembling the weapon before her, so that she can fulfill the promise she once made to her hero, so that one day she can finally become Lilith weapon. Doing this in reverse order was a bad idea. I don't know if it makes it better or worse in terms of emotional damage. Yes, rage rating, yes, canceling, no. Cease. Bonk. Bonkif. Probably worse. Yeah, we went from seeing where she is now to what she used to be. I think that's worse. Like, at least if we went in order, we get to see the progression of how, like, she went through trauma, but she got better, right? We made it worse. Okay, we're nearing the 3-hour mark. I need to check in with that friend who was having a crisis, so we might wrap it up for now. Because you get to see all the happy moments and stuff knowing how they ended. Yep. It's like, oh, you had so much light in your eyes. It's all gone now. Wonderful. It's like, you were such an innocent being. Holy shit, the trauma. Yeah, you had light in your eyes. Trauma makes a character, it does. It also makes a lot of character growth if it doesn't make the whole character. I saved this one. We just went through every single Snow White Bond story game. You can do you can do me a solid. It did not do me a solid. Hello, Raffy. Okay, we lost the crystal. God damn it. It's supposed to be a 50% chance for a pilgrim. We lost a coin flip. Pain. That's an oof. Oh well. The Pilgrim Crystal is the one that's highest stakes, but it's also the one everyone expects to lose. Shit happens. There was one more thing we need to do. I just remembered. The text messages. The hard mode scene had a text message. I almost forgot about this. Let's do that. You should see your luck in gachas and you play 3 of them. Do you have shit luck in all of them? So this is how you run the cafe. I gotta say, I really like the liveliness. It's been like this ever since the last event. I got Anchor, Trendy, and Sim to join in, so of course it's lively. How many of us are here right now? 10, I think. 11 if you count the commander. Wow. We're in double digits now. At first, it was just the 3 of us, me, Ada, and Kokoa. Indeed. I'm most thankful for your assistance. I hope we may continue to work together harmoniously. Me too. Yeah. So, we all gotta become pro maids. With so many new maids coming in, we gotta set a good example. Hear that, at Mast? At Drake. You really think I'd choose being a pro maid over my pride as a pirate? You get a nice pay bump. I'll think it over. A professional maid, huh? Can I be one too? Of course. I'll teach you myself. Me too. No, wait. No. I didn't mean that. I don't even know if Trini's going for it. I can't let her beat me. Then I, too, shall accept the challenge. I guess we won't be short on hands from now on. I look forward to working with everyone. That's cute. Okay. That was our breather. That was the cute moment after the depression. When MMS Maid treats you well, that's good. MMS Maid is usually the one a lot of people suffering when trying to pull. It's just funny. Though the thing that most people suffering is the campaigns, because RNG hell with the events. A lot of people think it's rigged. And now, don't want to hear why it's trending on Twitter. Am I missing it? Or what's trending on Twitter? Fuck the no, down, boy, down, no fucking horses. Isn't that one of your rules? No fucking horses. A specific character. I know Mr. has trended a few times with certain deaths slash the whole entire which horse was it? Was it Grass Wonder or was it Nice Nature? Or am I just thinking of the wrong horse name? Something happened with PETA. If it's not one of those two, then I don't know why it's trending. This is different. These are horse girls. The ones in your server are actual horses. You know... Which horse was that? I don't play Umemisume, I watch other people who play Umemisume. Wasn't there a whole meme of Umemisume called, like, Goo Goo Babies? Which horse was that? Super Creek? I think it was Super Creek, the mommy horse. Is that who you want? One is mostly human, one isn't. Still. Super freak. Okay, super freak isn't a freak unless you ask for it. I think Caesar's very caring. Also has health issues, but that's besides the point. Okay, how many people do we have on board right now? A decent amount. Let's see, are there any NIKKE people alive that I can send y'all over to? Hello, Siren. Let's go in here so you don't speak over everyone. Where's my browser? Am I gonna get the opera starting sounds this time? Was there an update? Nope. This is scheduled my performance. Okay, finally got the tab to launch. So while I'm pulling this up, hopefully everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Take care of yourselves. Appreciate everyone that stopped by, especially the lurkers. I will be back next week, Thursday. What am I doing? Probably more NIKKE. Thursday and Friday, I'm planning to do NIKKE unless I'm dragged into something else because we have a lot to catch up on once we're back. I need to update this VOD's title to just Snow White in general. We went through all three. Who is live right now? Oh, Allie. She's playing Undusted. That's something I wanted to do. Okay, we can go in there. I'm not gonna watch because that's a game I want to do. We haven't rated Allie in a bit. She looks like she's on the menu. She's been live for almost 6 hours, Jesus. Did she just finish? She might have just finished. Wait, never mind, she's wrapping up. I don't need to burden her with a raid. Okay, who's doing NIKKE right now? A lot of Asian streamers. There's someone I recognize who's on the bigger end. Vidya? I wonder if she minds raids from smaller streamers. We can try. Totally not doing this last minute. She's been live for... Why is everyone live for 6 hours? Okay, whatever. We're going into Vidya. Bye-bye. We didn't lose anything trying. Yeah. I know some people don't like small-ass streamers raiding in because it looks like attention seeking, but I just like going into fellow streamers. 12-hour stream? Honestly, I'd be fine with that. I can do endurance streams pretty well. It's just the question of what the hell do I do for 12 hours? Because I don't want it to be boring. I can do a game for 12 hours, but I need to be entertaining somewhat. Alright. DVD now. Vidya is someone I have seen on the YouTube end of things in terms of NIKKE. First time I've seen her live at the same time, so might as well. Y'all behave, okay? Don't say plant raid this time. I swear to God. I'm looking at you, Dima. The rating in No, cease. Training in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, stop it.